All right. Thanks again, guys, for coming in here. This channel. This is the Spoiler Kings. Now it's me, Brian the Grizzly. We get here with Brandon. Uh, we're
Hi.
going to do upload two this time. So I've been talking
Yeah.
about doing upload two, season two for a long time, and finally I found someone who actually watched it with me. So this is great, and I can't wait to hear his opinion. But first, let's get you guys kind of caught up to where we are. Last season it ended in a cliffhanger. Nora going out to the Poconos and getting going to the Luds commune with her dad, and then really Nathan was stuck downgraded to the the 2 gig floor. Um, Nora told him that she loved him, and he was like, not enough internet, so that caused her to run off. And Ingrid has downloaded herself into the place where so she could be with Nathan, and that's kind of where we are. So how
Yeah.
did you feel about the beginning of the episodes of this
The
episode?
beginning of the episode, well, I like that it kind of threw you right into it. And funnily enough, I had rewatched the entirety of season one, the day before season two started. So I was able to jump right into it when I was finished with work that day.
That's perfect.
So it did kind of pan out with the whole subplot with Ingrid. It did kind of pan out exactly like I expected it would, because Ingrid's a total narcissist, and let's face it, this whole season was reinforcing the fact that Ingrid's an idiot. You know,
She tried though, like she's trying to be something different than what she is, but she's just not a good person. She's
she
totally
just sucks at it.
narcissistic, and she can't put herself in a place with other people, and she's a terrible person to other people. That's just who she is, and
Yeah,
what can you do?
there are little glimmers of redeeming qualities here and there, like with how she behaves towards is that Nathan's niece, the little girl?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Her name's escaping me, but I don't think she's beyond redemption. She's just got a long way to go. She's a narcissist. She's an idiot. She's a Karen. You know,
Yeah,
um,
that's a good one. That's exactly
you,
it.
very very fun to watch. You kind of love to laugh at her, and I don't think she's at the point where I hate her, but she's just I just laugh in mockery of her.
Every time I feel bad for her, she does something that I'm like, what the hell? Who the hell does that? This makes no
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah, and I do like a lot of the social commentary, like taking a break from social media. Nora at the very beginning goes off into and hangs out
The
with the
Poconos.
Luds for that
She goes to
point
the
in time,
Poconos,
and
and
meets up with
yeah,
Mateo, who was I actually really liked him as a character. He was a great addition to this new season.
I agree. It's a good balance, and it gave Nora the power too, because too much of this was all Nathan's having all the power, and it gave Nora she
Yeah,
has a choice between a great guy that's here and Nathan that she's fallen in love with. But now she knows if it's real or not because you can compare it to something.
yes, yes, definitely. It felt more balanced between them, and the dynamic with him in the uploaded world and her in the real world. The dynamic felt a little more even and solid, which I really appreciated in this season. Um,
Where does
I did.
give me a couple of things that you really liked about the season?
I
Because
liked the um, I liked the progressive uncovery of the conspiracy with Freon.
yeah,
They didn't give everything away, and it really left me wanting more in that regard. So I'm happy that they just announced season three, like 2 days ago.
yeah. I was sitting there. I was looking every day as my app. I was googling like season 3 upload. No, not yet. Okay, I need something, guys.
Yeah,
Give me something.
yeah, and yeah, like just like I said, like I think it was 1 or 2 days ago they just announced it, which I'm very excited. I'm hoping there's not a 2 year wait this time.
Oh my
Um, that cliffhanger, dude, like holy crap!
yeah,
Because when Nathan's nose started bleeding, I'm like, oh geez. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen
yeah.
when they showed the
But they
when they showed
foreshadowed
the
us.
pigeons,
Yeah,
their heads exploding and stuff like that.
yeah.
So it kind of begs the question if he's going to be re-uploaded, is his head going to explode and he's going to be re-uploaded anyway?
But here's the thing, Brandon. Remember the girl that replaced Nora? She
Yeah,
re-downloaded Nathan's consciousness already.
yeah,
So he's going to be in two different places at once. And then we still have Ingrid, who took his hair. So she's going to grow herself a new
yeah.
Nathan.
She's gonna she's planning on cloning him, obviously.
Yeah. Again.
So I'm really interested to see where they go with that. I liked that. I liked the. I really liked the scenes with Nathan and Nora's father. I thought those really added a lot of not levity, but you kind of need that kind of what's the word? With the situation that Nathan's in, the progressive situation that Nora's father's finding himself in.
Yep.
So he was a very good medium and almost like a bridge of sorts between the two, and how they're trying to build their relationship. So I really liked that.
I agree.
Hold on. Yeah. So those were probably the new things that I liked about the new season. I loved the addition of Lud, because we didn't see too much of, people who are kind of voluntarily stepping away from social media, and that's a constant. And it's very applicable to our regular lives. How many times have you, began to realize that Facebook or Instagram is too much, and it's too much of a sensory overload, too much drama, and you're just not trying to hear it anymore, and you got to step away from it. So I like how they really incorporate that. There's a lot of social commentary, and I like the idea that it really overall upload really kind of reinforces the concept of letting go of people at some point in time. Otherwise, you're not gonna do anything except hurt yourself from time to time.
Or you have to make decisions. And I think that was very interesting that we had to see in Horizon. Because Nora, when she finally does go back to Horizon, you start to see Horizon to move up in Horizon. You have to kind of give up. It's the golden parachute. It's the golden handcuffs. As you move up in it, you have to give up some of yourself. So you see that all the time. What do you think about that whole dynamic?
I liked it. There was a little more of it than there was in the first season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I liked that they really delved into that, because for all the kind of goofiness and slapstick that there is in the show and kind of situational comedy, it feels very real. So Greg Daniels, obviously the creator of the show, he's a very smart writer in that regard. And you can tell that he's really spent a lot of time kind of conceiving this and doing his homework overall in that regard. So I'm really happy with. I was really happy with that as well. I'd say. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask you. So, what about Mr. Choke?
Which one was he again?
That's the rich guy who's eating like all the rare animals, and he's the one who owns all.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No, it's coming back. Yeah, he's basically. I'm trying to draw a comparison. I wanted to say he's essentially like. He's essentially like the Rita Repulsa of this show, or the Wilson Fisk.
I think he's going to have a much bigger thing. I think the whole thing revolves around him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It has to. And I think if they did anywhere between 1 and 2 more seasons, and I think they kind of really need to go deeper into come season 3, and kind of blow the lid off of it and kind of go into what exactly is going on. I think shows like this kind of have a shelf life. I'd say like 3 seasons, 4 absolutely max, and then cap it off there.
I think 3. I think this 3rd season should really be it. It's almost like type of trilogy type of thing. Give them 3 seasons. I mean, I'm enjoying the characters they have. I loved this season. I really loved Luke, of the connection between Luke and Nathan was great. I thought that the whole time, finally find someone that's your friend that you can hang with and he can like depend on. And Luke needed that.
And then poof, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah,
that was
and
like a sad scene where he had the guy making up the couch again. He's like, "Well, I thought he downloaded. He could be back." You know, you miss him
yeah,
again.
because
That
Luke
hurt.
was just a straight sleazebag in season 1, and granted, he still was a sleazebag in this season, but he's a very endearing sleazebag. We
Exactly.
find out. So I really liked that. Like the characters are always, like I said, the characters are very, very engaging to watch overall. I can't say that there's any one that is not like a complete delight to watch.
Yeah.
And that's what really had me coming back. And Upload, man, like many, that was at the height of the lockdown, that was a show that I had discovered to help pass the time.
It's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, that was those were my nights after work, man. Just getting through Upload. And,
so, I think when I was talking about the golden handcuffs, I was really thinking more about Alicia and how Alicia had to go from just being Nora's girl to being part of Horizon, part of their future. That deciding that she wants more out of her life. Yeah, and sometimes you have to kind of change yourself to the job. And I think that dynamic is also because we're at an age right now where we have to do those type of things. We have to figure out how much do you want to give of yourself to a company that doesn't really care about you, but you can make money off of. How much you have to give in order to get where you want to get. And that dynamic is awesome.
Right, and it's funny you mentioned that from a personal standpoint. That's actually why I had just done a total career switch like a month ago. But yeah, and I like that they had done that with Alicia specifically, because really, her character in season 1 didn't go beyond, let's face it, the sassy black best friend stereotype. Yeah, that's all it was. So I'm happy that they did a lot more with her this time. And we'll see what happens in the 3rd season. I'm liking that she's actually becoming instrumental to the narrative. And what else? I'd say really the only things that I didn't that I wasn't feeling as much was there were points where I think Daniels kind of got caught up in all the multiple, like the main narrative as well as the multitude of subplots, that sometimes it kind of felt uneven and maybe he didn't know what to focus on from time to time. So here and there were parts that kind of dragged.
Exactly. And that's really weird for a 7-episode show. Because, once it's got moving, I felt like 7 episodes wasn't enough. But when you really reflect on it, there are parts of 2 or 3 episodes where just nothing was going on.
Nothing was. Yeah, it was kind of filler from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, I was asking you off the line and asking, do you think they kept Nora away from Nathan too long?
I think they did.
It wasn't even organic the way she came back. It was like Family Day. She just kind of came back for no reason.
Yeah, she just kind of showed up, and you could tell they really rushed that, and it felt a little too abrupt in that regard. Actually, quite abrupt. So that was one of the things that didn't sit well with me. As hilarious as it was to see everyone kind of clown and dunk on Ingrid, there were parts where it got kind of redundant. And there were parts where I'm kind of like, all right, I get it. She's an idiot. It was fun it was fun here and there, but they did kind of fall into oversaturation territory at times with it.
Yep. I mean, like the baby with baby was just too much, I thought. I mean, we already understood that she was self-centered.
It was kind of like the equivalent of at this point in time, Family Guy, how they run jokes into the ground and everything's like a cutaway scene and you know what to expect at this point in time. And personally,
like right now, it'll be a chicken come and punch you in the face and then you guys got to fight for the next 8 minutes with a chicken. Yeah.
It was just a little too much redundancy for my liking. Like I said, the way that it ended, if a season ends with me really, really wanting more and like gasping or going like, oh crap, then it's done its job overall. Yeah. I'd say the season did its job for me overall. If I had to give it a rating number-wise, I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5.
All right, so if we were doing it just our little rating, the now, later, or
Oh,
never, what would you like to do it?
I'd give it a
How would you
now.
rate? You have it now?
I'd give it a now. I'd
Yeah,
definitely give it a
I,
now.
I, for upload 2, I really believe season 2 was a little rusty in the middle,
Mhm.
but overall it was a very good show. I would have liked to have been seven episodes with more on the back end a little bit more. I think they rushed the ending a little bit, just a little, which I understood why.
Mhm.
Um, Leaving wanting more. I would like to see more with Mateo a little bit more. I
Yeah,
like to know a little bit more about Tinsley, but I still think it's a now. But
definitely.
I think these new characters could have been a little bit more vetted, a little bit more. Because I thought Mateo was amazing. His
Oh, Mateo was great, and
character,
there was a point where I feared he would just become kind of like the foil to Nathan, or like just the stereotypical like kind of douchey rival. But no, he was an engaging character, and he was an interesting character, and he proved himself to be a legitimate ally.
and he
Ultimately,
cared about Nora so much that he
he really did.
still allowed her to. She's in love with Nathan. That I'm going to step back and let
I'm
you
going
be
to
with
step back. Yeah,
exactly, and
and
it's not something you see a lot.
yep, and by the way, it was very nice to see that actor again, Paulo Costanzo. I've
Yeah,
obviously he's been acting for a while. In Road Trip, there was I think it was Royal Pains. I want to say the show that he
Nora
was
Pains.
playing,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's always had those supporting roles here and there. Always been an entertaining actor to watch. So I'm hoping his career kind of gains a little more traction after this. It seems like Amazon is like the streaming service where a lot of actors are kind of picking up traction. I don't know if you watched Reacher.
Yes,
Awesome show. We should talk about that at some point in time.
yes. We definitely
I,
should.
I
That's what
preferred
next.
it personally as a reader of the books. I preferred it to the Tom Cruise movies. Alan Richson actually fit Reacher obviously physically a lot more than Tom Cruise did. No offense to Tom Cruise, who I love, but yeah, physically he did not fit the bill for Reacher.
It
But
didn't make sense that for him to be able to hold up that much in his little body. So just say what it is.
right, but yeah, Richardson. I don't know if you read. He just got cast in Fast and Furious 10 as of today.
Yeah, because that's all about family.
Family, right? No,
Family.
no, no. You gotta mutter it.
Family.
I'm hoping because I've always been a fan of Alan Richson ever since Blue Mountain State, or heck, ever since Smallville because he was Aquaman on Smallville.
Mm.
Um, I'm hoping with this Fantastic Four reboot, he would be my choice to play Ben Grimm for Fantastic Four.
I don't know if he's old enough.
Yeah,
Depends on who you have, because depends on who you have, Mr. Fantastic. If we have, John Krasinski, I don't know if he's old enough because of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. There's a bit of an age gap between him and
But I like the look though. I like the idea what you're going for.
yeah, because Ben Grimm's got to be like a big like Adonis of a dude.
Yep.
But yeah. But to my point, it kind of seems like Amazon is kind of like more of the jumping off spot for a lot of careers and stuff like that. Krasinski was already an established actor, but Jack Ryan definitely helped out his career.
Maybe it's like an action star. You can actually put him in a physical role, and it doesn't have to be comedy. He can hold his own.
Yeah, because it was The Office. That was his thing. That's what he was known for. And then between this and A Quiet Place, so it's pretty interesting to see the new stuff that Prime comes up with. And originally they weren't even on my radar as a streaming service until, let's face it, until the lockdown. Like I said, and I just started downloading pretty much everything I could find. But
but get back to Upload. I want to ask you one real question, real quick.
Sure.
Where do you think it's going to go for the beginning of next season 3?
I'm wondering what's going to happen to Nathan. Is he going to have to be? I feel like obviously he's going to have to be re-uploaded, whether he wants it or not. Before his head goes through.
Can they re-upload him, knowing that Tinsley, the other angel, already downloaded him from the file that they had saved? So they already have a Nathan back there now.
Mhm. So yeah, is he going to slowly deteriorate in the real world? We don't know what's going to happen to a human body. Like I was saying, we saw what happened to the pigeons.
They only
So,
blow up.
obviously there's going to be more than one Nathan out there. Ingrid's getting ready to clone him. So
Is Ingrid going to have to give up the body again for the new clone?
that's a good question. I kind of feel like she may have to.
I think that's where it's going to go. I feel like Ingrid is going to clone him again. He's going to push it as far as he can. He's going to die. They're going to upload him right before he dies. There's going to be two Nathans, and they're going to be like, so who's who? And then the other Nathan is going to be realizing that he's not really Nathan, and Ingrid's going to have to choose which Nathan to download into the real body.
Yeah.
The one that loves Nora, or the one that Ingrid thinks she can make love her.
Oh yeah, because just that's the kind of person she is. She's totally going to use him as a puppet, more or less.
Yep.
The clone. So yeah, I have a lot of questions, and I'm very indecisive as to where it will go. And like I said, if a season's done that, it's accomplished. It's accomplished its mission.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has. Upload has gone from something that wasn't even on anyone's radar to one of those shows that I can't wait to come out. The writing is usually good. It's a great subject. It's something that's relevant for us right now, as you so eloquently talked about. I think this is a solid show, and I can't wait to see where it goes with it. And
Same.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm just hoping it's not another 2-year wait. I'm hoping, by this time, at this point in time, dude, these shows roughly, you're looking at like a year roughly wait, at this point.
Yep. I'm hoping that we get it by Christmas, just like The Witcher. The Witcher needs to be out by Christmas. I say they will upload. I think upload needs to be out by around Christmas, maybe February. I could deal with that. But you can't keep on letting these go too far. You go too far in between, you lose your audience sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I'm really excited that I don't remember if I asked you, Brian. Do you watch Lock and Key?
No, I have not watched Lock and Key.
That's a good one, by the way. Lock and Key, the third and final season is actually dropping this year, and the last one had actually come out at like the tail end of last year. Really like that show. Grew up reading graphic novels. Oh, what's that?
That's smart. I think doing that way, like Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm. September.
Strike while the iron's hot. You have an opportunity to do something like this, you got to get on it. So you can't wait too long, and you lose your audience, and then next thing you know, no one knows you're coming out, Orville.
Yes.
Season 3 of Orville, how many you wait for? 4 years? Come on, man. Are you Avatar?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, seriously. And like Stranger Things, by the time that comes out, like just under 3 years. Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm like you said, I'm anxiously awaiting a release date for this Avatar: The Last Airbender series, even though that show could go either way.
As long as M. Night Shyamalan's not doing it, we're okay.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't have his fingerprints on it, and they actually got and they actually cast ethnic kids this time.
Exactly, and do what the story is supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know where these people are from. We all know where the Earthbenders are from. Come on, we all know the Airbenders are from. Come on.
So yeah, I'm excited for that one. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff on social media of like the kid who's playing Aang, like doing the Avatar pose and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've been looking at it. All the stuff.
Yeah. I can't wait, and hopefully they pronounce it Aang and not Ong this time.
Ong, whatever. That's terrible.
Ong the Avatar.
All right.
So
Well, thanks for you guys, everyone, watching us on this upload to kind of review. We both say it's a now. This is something that I think you guys need to get out there and see and check it out.
Definitely.
If you haven't tried it yet, look at season 1. And it's going to draw you in. And season 2 is going to be great. Only problem with season 2 is not long enough. 7 episodes killed me. I was watching it. I did it all in 2 days. So,
yeah. It's a very quick, short, and sweet watch. 30-minute episodes too.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can knock that out in an afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks, Brandon, for coming in and doing this with me. And I think we're going to do another one. So, thanks for guys watching. We're going to do this. We're going to end the broadcast right now, but we'll see you later. Thanks, guys.
See ya.